But the story we're breaking this evening, the Maldives president has now played the China card amidst the ongoing diplomatic tug-of-war with New Delhi. That's right, Maldives President Mohammad Muizzu has urged China to send more tourists after a backlash from India and a Boycott Maldives campaign launched on social media. Muizzu says China is Maldives' #1 market before COVID and will remain now its #1 market post-COVID as well. In a readout posted on his official website, Muizzu has urged China to regain that #1 position. So you've got the Maldives president in Beijing playing the China card, urging China to send more tourists amidst the Boycott Maldives campaign that's been launched in this country. Let's go straight across live to Male, where our diplomatic affairs editor Geeta Mohan joins us. Geeta, interesting turn of events where you've got the Maldives president now urging China to become the #1 tourist destination to make Maldives the #1 tourist destination for China.
Well, this is amid a massive backlash from India where cancellations have taken place. A lot of stars, a lot of Bollywood personalities have said they're not going to shoot in the Maldives, that the Maldivian president, who is on a visit to China, engaging China, has taken most of his cabinet ministers, which includes the tourism minister, now speaking of how China can help boost ties. But over here on the ground, Rajdeep, the tourism industry is rather jittery. They're feeling the heat. They realize that if this diplomatic war continues, Indians are going to start cancelling or not booking trips to the Maldives, and that should certainly cost the Maldives very, very dearly. Why? Because India over here is irreplaceable. The Chinese will not be able to match up, firstly, and even if they do, there are many other factors. It's not just the tourism industry. You have the hospitality sector, the medical facilities, which are all run by Indians, doctors, nurses. Here are Indians. The infrastructure projects, including infrastructure. We have the Indira Gandhi Memorial Hospital. So the ties between India and the Maldives are deep, they are historical, and culturally, as also in terms of various other aspects, quite interconnected and intertwined. So the Muizzu administration, 2 months into the government, is trying what it can. But at the end of the day, over here, people do feel that at the end of the day, they will have to look at engaging New Delhi. And in terms of action, the two things that they're demanding, not just the tourism industry, the opposition parties also, that suspension of these deputy ministers is not enough. They should have been terminated. They're not democratically elected people. They were appointed by the president. And secondly, that a strong condemnation or an apology, if not an apology, at least a condemnation from the highest office is still awaited.
But a quick response to you're saying that Maldives is dependent in a way on India, but there will be those who will say that Muizzu is clearly playing China against India. He is playing a Chinese card. Will that not be of concern to New Delhi?
It is absolutely of concern to New Delhi because where is the Maldives located, Rajdeep? On the Indian Ocean, in the Indian Ocean, very close to India, strategically very important. And therefore, in this entire social media war and the trolling that many have suffered, including myself. The fact of the matter is that Maldives will remain an important country for India. This is not the first time that we have a government in the Maldives which is pro-China. Remember the Yamin administration, he had almost asked Indians to leave the Maldives. There have been ups and downs in ties. Does not take away from the fact that New Delhi will continue to engage the Maldives. And Male, at some point, does realize that no matter what, and there are people who are talking about examples with regards to Sri Lanka, no matter what and how well engaged China and the Maldives are, they will at the end of the day have to look at the kind of connection that India and the Maldives have. It's again not just tourism, or again the medical facilities that the Maldivians look to India and travel to India for. Food, or most of the major items are imported from India. So it's a whole lot more, and a common Maldivian understands that. Muizu administration and certain elements in the Muizu administration, Rajdeep, might differ. But remember, 1 week into the government and Muizu parted ways from Yamin. So that speaks volumes of how he also wants to maybe chart his own course on domestic as also foreign policy.
Geeta Mohan joining us there from Male with those details. Appreciate your joining us. Now, all of this, as the diplomatic row with the Maldives escalates,